Hello, it's Jeannie. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. And for those of you who are new here, thank you for being here. And for those of you who have been around a while, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you all very, very much. For those who are newer and wondering, and learning about me and my channel and what I do, if you go back and watch a lot of my videos, you'll see it's a lot of blah, blah, blah. Really, that's it. And the reason I bring this up is because, and I find these so fun to read in the comments when, you're surfing around YouTube and watching this random video or that random video, and you start to go down, that crazy algorithm, and it starts taking you down weird places, and you click on one video which leads you to another. Well, imagine doing that and you've never heard of ASMR. You've never, been in that world of what it is we do. And the world of ASMR is big. There's lots of different kinds of ASMR. There's lots of people who do tapping, that things like that, or sounds, whispers. It's huge. Well, imagine that you've never seen this before, and all of a sudden you click on my video, my face pops up on your feed, and you click on it for some reason, and you see me kind of slowly talking, blah, blah, blahing over a retro magazine. And I had this guy do that. And he plain out asked, "What is it that I'm watching?" I don't even know what I'm watching. I find it very interesting and fascinating, but I don't know what I'm watching. And so I used that opportunity to kind of explain what ASMR is, and the fact that, how he dropped into this crazy world of us ASMR artists, and what we do. And so we all come at ASMR, every artist, I would say, content creator. I really don't consider myself an artist, but every content creator comes at this with a little different take. And mine, that I've kind of naturally fell into, is just blah, 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 just talking. Not about too much that's, consequential. Most of it is very inconsequential. It's something that you can put on at night and listen to. You can focus in on what it is I'm talking about, whether it's my jewelry or some flowers or a trip or whatever. You can pay attention, or you can just tune out, close your eyes, and let the sound of a soft, mature, comforting voice nurture you a little bit. When I was a little girl, I liked the sound of voices in the background. I didn't like a completely silent house, and I liked hearing things. And as I grew up, I needed that as well, not knowing what it was. I remember having some talk radio on. George Norrie. Maybe some of you watch him. And he talks about a lot of interesting things, but sometimes it can be scary. Like he starts talking about aliens and UFOs and shapeshifters and Bigfoots and all these things. And with my husband being a pilot and flying overseas, I was often alone at night. And so instead of calming me, these programs that I was listening to were freaking me out. I was convinced that little aliens were outside my window watching me, waiting to abduct me and take a brain sample up through my nose or other places. And so I realized I can't use anything controversial or scary or something that heightens your energy level. I can't do that on my journey to sleep. I need something calming. And so I wanted a voice. I wanted voices to just be going blah, blah, blah. And I remember a particular professor I had in college, microbiology. Now, I loved the sciences and I loved microbiology, but his voice, he would get up there and start explaining something on the board, and my eyes, he had a beautiful voice, but my eyes would start getting heavy because his voice was droning on and on and on. Maybe it was the life cycle of the Anopheles mosquito or the Krebs cycle or whatever it was. But I remember taping, because I'd bring a little cassette tape, taping his lectures because I knew I was zoning out. And then I would put them on at night and listen to them. And I found myself falling asleep to them. So that's not why I started this channel. I started this channel at the urging of my grandson, who said, Baba Nini, you have a voice that people might want to hear. And so anyway, that's its whole other video. And so that's what I do. I might take an old magazine or an old photo album or something and just blah, blah, blah about it in a safe, non-threatening, often opinionated, because I do have an opinion and I do have strong opinions, but not enough to rile you up. And I hope also to be offering something comforting as a mom, as a grandma, as an aunt. I don't have any brothers or sisters remaining, but as a sister, as a daughter, as that female figure that some of you had and lost, or never had and wish you had, I'm here to just kind of give you some tenderness, a little TLC. My neck just cracked when I did that. I don't know if you heard that. That was loud. I heard it all the way in my ears. I don't know. Okay, so I think as an ASMR content creator, it behooves us to once in a while think about what it is and why we're doing it. And who is our audience? What is our audience? You. What are they saying to us? What is it that they like about us. Because here's the thing. I am not everyone's cup of tea. Everyone has a different like, and that's okay. You know, if you like a lot of whispers, you know, where somebody's whispering and, you know, performing the entire video in whisper. I don't do that very often. I get a lot of requests for it, but it's hard for me. I don't know why. I break out into soft spoken. So, but I blah, 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 blah till the cows come home. And if you want to put that on in your background while you're studying, while you're trying to go to sleep, or if you've got little babies or little children, oh, this is my favorite comment. My kids go to sleep to you. That to me is such a high honor. So for all you little kids out there that are listening to me, you can call me Baba Nini. All my grandkids call me Baba Nini. My oldest grandson, who's 18 and a half, oh my gosh, started that. He's Russian, and so Baba, Babushka is Russian for grandmother, but kids can't say Babushka, so they shorten it to Baba. And my name is Jeannie, so Nini. So I'm Baba Nini. So there you go. That's how I got Baba Nini. So you kids that are watching or listening, this is Baba Nini saying, go to sleep, relax, close your eyes, have nice dreams, snuggle in, and go to sleep. Okay, that was a lot of blah, blah, blah to kind of re-encapsulate what I'm doing. And if you're on my channel, it's mostly soft-spoken stuff, an occasional role play, an occasional collaboration, and I've got more coming up, by the way, with some various people. And magazines that I love flipping through. I love retro magazines, and many of you do too. So I found one, and it is from March of 1991, and it is a country living. March of 1991. And I kind of flipped through here. I didn't read it per se. I just flipped through and looked at some of the things and the styles and the fashion and decor. Not really fashion, but home fashion. And I am considering wallpapering one of our bathrooms, our guest bathroom downstairs. It's a little powder half bath for guests when we have people over. And I'm thinking of doing something kind of heavy and bold. So, and I was looking at some of the wallpaper. Wallpaper was huge in the late 80s and early 90s. So, anyway, let's go through this. And I'll point a few things out and, of course, share my thoughts and ideas and opinions. And you can just close your eyes and relax to my voice. Or you can watch and take a trip down memory lane back to the 90s, early 90s. It feels like it was 10 years ago, but it was a lot more, like Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started as we go through the country living from 1991. And of course, I hear mowers. Let me see. There we go. March of 1991, it was $2.50. So I know a lot of you use the, inflation calculators on the internet, and you can tell what this is. And country living talked about decorating, cooking, real estate, antiques, crafts, and gardens. And this particular issue is showing a gracious Pennsylvania cottage. Just looking at this cover, a lot of this heavy wood, from homes built in the 70s and 80s, a lot of wood trim, wood, oak decor, plaid. And I haven't looked through here yet. So you're getting this when as I go through it. So here we go. Oh, I'll mention this wallpaper, the heavy green vine. Do you see that? So very popular. Okay. Now, the 80s, remember, had a lot of some modern touches, like the peach and the green, and, a lot of the geometric colors or designs and shapes. So there's a little bit of crossover, given that this is 1991. Buick. Oh my goodness. Yes, Buick. We had a Regal Buick way back in the day. And, yeah, it's a good family car. Ooh, okay. Stouffer's introduces just plain good food. All right. First of all, let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Here we go. If you ask me, I say this looks like a lot of slop, something that would be in an animal trough, I think. This is okay. But, yeah, this looks like a lot of slop to me. That doesn't taste good. That's what I think about frozen meals. Okay. Interestingly enough, this ad for Silverware Oneida, that's pretty common throughout the decades. This brand for stainless flatware, silverware, whatever you call it. Godiva chocolate. Okay. And then the editor's journal. Let's see. Stenciling. Oh my gosh, I stenciled a lot. I don't know that we had any plain walls. If I can find some photos, I will. They've got to be somewhere. And this, oh my goodness. This pattern is very, very indicative of this era. Kind of that heavy pink flower, kind of a mauve flower with some heavy green trim. Can you see that okay? Let's see. See that? this is actually what I'm thinking about doing our bathroom in. I think that would be really cool. Oh my gosh, if you wait long enough, fashion and design come back again, right? I love shortbread cookies. I always have. It's one of my favorite cookies. Okay, quilting became very big. I mean, people quilted before, but it kind of caught on and became something a lot of women did, crafting. A lot of crafting in the, mid 80s to mid 90s. I did a ton of crafting back then, sewing, making the kids' clothes and stuff. Toyota. Okay, Elizabeth Gray. Oh, J.C. Penney. This is, again, the heavy flower, blue, pink, mauve. Okay. All right. Kitchen organization. Beauty. There's always beauty ads in all these generations of magazines. Quilter's Notebook. Now, the quilting I did was never this detailed. Never. Okay, let's see. Let's get going. So, antique and vintage toys. The question box. Let's see. Disguising damage on a frame. Refinishing a maple desk. Yeah. So it's tips from a furniture restorer. So, look at these old washers and dryers. See, I would say this color is a holdover from the 80s more than the 90s. I turned on the overhead light. Hopefully that's bright enough, but not glaring. Okay, country classics that you can buy. Plaid napkin rings. A country curio. And oh, look at all these fabrics for pillows and, ruffly pillows. Lots of ruffles. And of course, dog food. Okay, toys. And let's see, country classics you can buy. Oh, these book clubs, I tell you. 3 craft books for $1. And then you have to buy how many? Bill me $1. And during the next year, I can't read this. Okay, bill me $1 plus shipping and handling. And the membership plan is what? How many? It doesn't say. Boy, they are not real clear about that. Okay, here it is. I agree to buy 2 books or kits at club prices plus shipping and handling over the next year. Okay, that's what that is. Okay, what is it and what is it worth? Kind of like Antiques Roadshow, you know? I own this Davis churn. Let's see, da-da-da-da-da. And it is worth about $275. Wow, these vintage turtles are worth about, old turtles, and this is 91, sell for between $550 and $750. So people, if you have these old turtle cuspidors, whatever that is, they're worth some money. Wow. This table is worth about $750. Let's see. It's a grandiole candle set worth about $350. Okay. Whoa. This chair, can you see this chair? It's worth $3,500 in 1991. Wow. Okay, coffee. Things that are on the calendar throughout the United States. Like, for instance, California Dollhouse and Miniature Show Sale in Chico, a quilt show in Glendale, country folk art in LA, Pomona. Okay, more antiques across the area. Now this is more Art Deco, they're saying, pottery. Okay, Jimmy. The Danbury Mint, they've always had collectible things. Gas range. Stripped pine know-how. Pine and oak were very big in that, design genre. There's always something about fixing it up. Cutlass Supreme. Oh my goodness. Okay, exploring Scotland. Another Oldsmobile ad. Oh my. Now see this? Again, I think this is, I suppose, early 90s, this kind of pink and blue. Visit a country where the good times come in waves. Texas. Yeah. Okay, a story. Cat food. Cool Whip. A lot of good articles. So, talking about a 200-year-old house. Okay, I used to love this section, the real estate sampler, what you could buy somewhere else. Interesting. So this house, let's see, where is it? Doesn't quite say. It's about, in Sealy. Okay, $219,000 in 1991. That's probably worth a lot now. Wow. This bold color, kind of a heavy, warm, bricky red. Very popular. and window coverings like these. You know, like a Roman shade or a puff shade. A trip to Kentucky. See these, I thought they were talking about a chest. It's actually about refinishing the chest. Another car. A lot of car ads. The Lumina. Okay, stain stick. Okay, Gardner looks back. Okay. This is the epitome of the early 90s look. Lots of ruffles, oak, flowers. Okay, now we're getting into Scotland. Oh, wow. And I think this is a look a lot of people who were designing their house for that country living look. This is something that would inspire them. That would have inspired me. I love this old rustic look, but I would have to keep this so clean because I would think about spiders and all the nooks and crannies. Oh man, this is really cool. When we were in Italy this past summer, we stayed in an old villa, hundreds of years old, and it was stone, big stone villa inside and out, and a lot of, these stone walls that were so cool. I loved it. They even had a formal, formal living room upstairs that had beams like this. Oh, this is pretty. It's very pretty. Very warm and comfortable and inviting. Cozy. I think that's a good word to describe it, is cozy. One thing it does bring to mind in terms of a descriptive word is cluttered. A lot of clutter. Look at that. The whole counter is taken up with stuff. Stuff everywhere. Okay, you friends in Scotland, what do men wear underneath their kilts? The age-old question. Okay, so country in the city, and basically that's vintage textiles and texture and, color. Now I think this look here is pretty timeless, if you ask me. Okay, birds. I like birds. I love listening to birds. I saw a bald eagle and its nest and babies or teenagers on the golf course not far from where we live. It flew over and gave that shriek that they make, and it's got a huge nest. I'll put a picture in, and I didn't think they were in Texas, but they are. Oh wow, this color. Fiesta wear was very big in this time. So all these kind of big, bold colors. Some of it's very expensive now. Yeah, here's another very, country living look, but again, lots of clutter. Now, they keep it neat, but I know how I live and I don't like a lot of clutter. I make it messier, it doesn't stay neat looking. glass, stained glass in kind of quilt patchwork designs. The Rites of Spring. This is pretty. But again, look how cluttered. I mean, there's hardly any floor space in here. Do you see that? It's nice, but I mean, you can't even sit down. There's pillows everywhere. You can hardly put anything anywhere. It's so cluttered. Whoops. Yeah. And I think this is from the cover. You know, it's got a nice, warm, comfortable feeling, and I like that. A lot of plaid, you know, the ivy, the heavy, you know, bold designs and patterns. But again, cluttered. Look at that. There's no room. There's no space on any of the countertops. Here too, on the nightstands. I know I'm being picky, but this is pretty. I like this bed. That's very pretty. And I like these. Very, you know, romantic and, you know, kind of girly. Okay. Now, a lot of ivy. These balloon valances were very, very, very popular. And we used to shove plastic bags or tissue paper in these to poof them out. Oh my goodness, look at all the clutter. Now, you know what? Since I've said that, that's all I see. That's all I see is clutter. No space. A Manhattan makeover. Okay. A little country flair with some color and some barnyard animals. Okay, now we're going to get into, oh my goodness, a taste of Scotland with some haggis. Now, I have never tried haggis. So it says haggis with tatties and neeps. So I'm going to assume tatties are potatoes. And I don't know what neeps are. Oh, parsnips maybe? But I've never tried haggis and I don't know that I want to. Okay, a roast, all right. Ooh, wow. An Angus pie. Ooh, that does sound good, depending what's in there. Do you guys, you Scottish people, what's in an Angus pie? Okay, here's where my heart goes. Shortbread. I love shortbread. Now I'm starting to crave it. And some jam and tea. And no room for anything. Okay. Okay, gardening. Oh, am I gonna lose my battery? I am. Stovetop. Oh my goodness, that stuff's been around for a while. Ugh, I don't know. Scallops with wee salmon dumplings. Aberdeen Angus pie. Okay, the Angus, okay, it's basically beef and carrots and onions and, you know, in a puff pastry. Okay, and let's see, what else have we got here? Bannocks, which are a griddle-baked Oat cake. Interesting. Currant cakes. Shortbread. So basically butter, flour, cornstarch, confectioner sugar, salt, and granulated sugar. I mean, easy, easy, easy. Okay. All right, Cook's Corner. Recipes from an Italian farmhouse. Ask Jane Doe, Dough. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Classico spaghetti sauces. They go back, I don't know how long. Oh, ooh, healthy microwave cooking. Oh my goodness. I remember my mom, when we first got a microwave, golly, in the 70s, my mom tried making some things like cooking in there, and it was a disaster. And what we came to learn, it was just to heat something up, not to cook in my opinion. Okay, Sara Lee. Nobody does it like Sara Lee. Okay, cute little doll. Baby doll. Sorry for the glare. I gotta get this lighting right for magazines. Okay, some more recipes. Oh, all right. Historic beer recipes. We have a friend who brews his own beer, and he's got quite an array of stuff in his garage. All right, here we go. Cigarette ads. Virginia Slims. Bathroom cleaners. Ooh, I always loved these looking at. I love house plans. The last house we had, we built, and we designed every square inch of it, and that was a lot of fun. It took us, golly, a year and a half to design that house. Maybe a year, a little less than a year and a half, I'd say. More cigarettes. 50% less tar and nicotine. Woohoo, okay. And then a shopping guide. And you can write to these places for their catalogs. Yeah. Little stories. More kind of the Victorian, yeah, frilly dolls. I don't know. I never really collected dolls too much, especially as an adult. Okay, we're kind of getting to the, okay, about animals, but kind of to the ads in the back. Country curtains. Oh my. Look at this. Can you see this? Ooh wee. just various ads. Nothing too outstanding. Wall coverings. That's what I'm going to be looking at next. Maybe you don't need another diet. Maybe what you need is a faster metabolism. They got the diet stuff going on in here. Well, you know what? There's nothing wrong with exercise, so that's great. Although, I think this gal looks perfectly fine, and they show her kind of skinny on this side, you know? So it's always that, looking for skinny. Okay, various catalogs that you could write for. Classified. Oh, these are kind of cute, and these I would put in the clutter category, you know, of your walls, but they're pretty, kind of sculptured porcelain, pretty molds. But that was part of it, cluttering up walls and countertops, and I don't know, for me it's just keeping everything clean with clutter is hard. And the last page, I'm sorry for the glare, is Cascade. Cascade. Well, what did you think? I would like to hear what your favorite thing was from this magazine, from this era. I know there are a lot of young people on my channel, and you may not even have been born then. But anyway, I still want to hear from you. I think for me, I love the bold but warm and comforting colors and flowers and richness of the wood. And I think the comfortable atmosphere, which I think is what they were kind of, you know, selling and advertising. People trying to create that home comfort, kind of like a big bowl of stew or chili or some kind of comfort food. Overall, that's what this period in its design means for me. Kind of a desire to be comfortable, throw your feet up, not be formal, and down home country living. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that, if anything, my voice just helped you tune out, relax you, help you just take all your thoughts away from the day and chill. So I'm going to sign off for now, and I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, whatever it is that is before you. May it be wonderful. Goodbye for now. See you soon.